big bike-a-thon in New York City, so we might have some late arrivals. I'm Charlotte Ulett, the Executive Director of our Celebrant Foundation and Institute. As I call the following faculty, I don't know if they're all here because some are maybe stuck in New York, the trustees that are present, please stand up and remain standing. Gail Sarma, who's on her way, Cynthia Reed, who Director of Academics, we're here, and Christine Simone Collette, Cindy Matchett, Ann Julian, April Beer, Peggy Lewis, Lamyra Martin, oh, she's graduating too, Dory Bless, Woody Winfrey, Carolyn Flanders, Barry Classell, who's also stuck in traffic, Deb Goldman, there you go, and Elizabeth Fair. I ask our alumni present to please stand as well. Okay. With great joy, we welcome everyone to our 2009 Celebrant Graduation Celebration. Maestro, music please. So cute. On this day, let us also thank Linda Donnell of Markham, Ontario, for leading our 2000 Celebrant Class Processional. And everyone, thank you for being here. And would you please turn off your cell phones or beepers? That would be key. Okay. On this day, Celebrant Christoph Greider and Bob Dowling have dazzled us with their musical repertoire, and we thank them. Yay! We're thrilled and honored to have you all here as we gather on this spot from near and very far. We're especially grateful to the loving friends and family that join us as we graduate our 2009 Celebrant grads on this lovely day on the shores of our continent's big river, known as the Hudson, originally named by the First Nation people as the Muhek-Antuk. Okay, I want everybody to know that. It's not always been the Hudson River, which means river that runs simultaneously north and south. It's an amazing thing. We celebrants celebrate the nature of things, the nature of life that nourishes us, and that's our theme today. The ceremonies that you, our wonderful new celebrants, will be offering and creating with your community will actually bring life to life. Our Washington, D.C. celebrant, Kit Turin, calls out to her colleague celebrants and says, "Bloom where you are planted." On this lovely day in May, We look out the window and see the shores of where, not too long ago, people from all walks of life arrived, worked, slaved, birthed, loved, suffered, danced, fought, died, and brought forth and transformed new generations. That's how we all came to be here today. It is the truth that we all share. As certified life cycle celebrants from the Celebrant Foundation and Institute, you will now be part of our international family of celebrants that honors the milestones in people's lives. Being a celebrant is something very special. Our attentiveness gives people the opportunity via ceremony and frees them up to have their own stories be told, to have their wherewithal to make their declarations to their community, to bring intentions as they move through the profound life experiences, and to have their loved be shared authentically, in their words and in their way. Through rite of passage ceremonies, we the people live out and express the quintessential interdependentness that we have with each other and all living things. Your celebrant practice, I want you to know, is historic. It is extremely socially relevant work that we're doing. It's healing and communicates people's genuine histories for the next generations to come. As sure as I am standing here looking into your amazing glowing faces, now I'm looking into each one of you. You too, Ricky. Know that your ancestors are dreaming of you. I told this story last year, and damn it if I'm not going to tell it again. 8 years ago, on June 2002, up in the woods by a stone bridge with mosquitoes as spectators, a group of 5 of us graduated and became the first celebrants in North America. That was our humble, scratchy beginning. It would have been unimaginable back then to think we'd be gathered here today celebrating with all of you tremendous 2009 graduate celebrants. And we are awestruck, and we thank each of you for your desire and hard work that culminated in you becoming certified life cycle celebrants now. Graduates, your future is important to us. So as you cross the threshold today, know that you joined a great, big, luscious family that loves you. Updated facts, here we go. Worldwide, there are over 6,000 celebrants. Your Celebrant Foundation covers a lot of territory. With the class of 2009, there are now nearly 400 celebrants in 40 states and 4 Canadian provinces, and one of our celebrants that graduates today is from Northern Ireland. That's right. And next year, I think, Italy? No, Spain and England. France, okay, maybe England. Presently, our celebrants preside over 3,000 ceremonies a year, so welcome to the family. Yeah. Yes. Over the last 8 months, you have created very special bonds and forged lifelong friendships with your classmates and teachers, and this makes us feel joy beyond words. Our hope is that the friends you've made at the Institute will be also a part of your future too. Luckily, we have established many ways celebrants can do this, and I want you to concentrate on this. Okay, via our vibrant celebrant online chat, where our celebrants merge, ask questions, freak out together, share their ceremonies. You can also be part of your regional celebrant chapter community, okay? We have 19 celebrant chapters throughout where celebrants can get together and create ceremonies and events in their locales. The chapters, the online chat, our development committees are just a few good ways to grow your practice and cross-pollinate ideas. It's all in your graduation envelopes that you'll be receiving later. Know that our entire international celebrant community sends you their best wishes as you become life cycle celebrants on the shores of the mighty river we call life. Yeah. It's a celebrant graduation tradition to have our three-tiered candle lighting ritual. I invite our celebrant graduate, Charis Jones, from a hometown of Montclair, right, New Jersey, to do the honors in this year's candle lighting. She is our appointed 2009 graduate torchbearer, and she's our very own lady with the torch today. Sorry. Like that, huh? Okay. We light our first candle that represents the significant beings and moments in our past. Today, we honor the memory of our dear celebrant colleague, loving friend, faculty member, mother, homecoming queen, and grandmother, and human rights of passage activist, Wilma Jean Quantrell. She was a light and inspiration to us, and she passed away about a month ago, and she'll always be with us. We light the first candle for those precious ones that are no longer with us, that have made a lasting and loving impression in our lives. That's what the first candle's for our past. Okay, hold on. Wilma was at every one of our graduations, and she's with us today. I know it. Charis lights our second candle, signifying the present for all those that are with us today, wherever they may be, and acknowledge how thankful we are to have them in our lives. That's our second candle. And now the final candle. For the future, who knows what has in store for us, but let's be aware of the collective responsibility to nurture and care for our ecology of life. As celebrants, we promise to do so. Thank you, Charis. Give me a hug. And to everyone, and words of John Lennon that we came in on, shine on. We're actually going to pass that video. I don't know, did we have a chance to get that fixed? Okay, well, doctor, we'll see if we can do that later. It is with great delight I ask April Ritzenthaler of Austin, Texas, and also Sarah Ritchie of New York City to share with us their thoughts as our keynote speakers representing their 2009 celebrant graduating class. April and Sarah, please come up.
Good morning, everyone. My process of becoming a celebrant started last year around this time. The spring energy was busily buzzing around me, but even though I was experiencing a series of stressful events, I felt bored. But this was a different kind of bored than I had ever experienced. It had a quiet, introspective quality, and I didn't want to just fill it with activity. So I chose to just be with it. And by consciously making that decision, the whole new realm opened up to me, celebrancy. The restless spring swept me into a world I never expected would be so rich and so full, containing service to others, an educational process that challenged all my strengths and weaknesses, and finally leading to a vocation speaking to my soul as I stand here. One of my favorite things about celebrancy is its primary tenet. We aren't speaking our own words, but we're a tool for our clients' expression. Collaboration with them helps us to communicate their vision of that perfect ceremony. We're also off to the side, not the center of attention in the ceremony. What this does is sublimate, this humility and service sublimates our natural egos, which allows love to flow freely from us. And if we're able to attend to this love through our conscious presence, then other people's hearts will also open, and they'll take that love back into their communities. These truly are the ceremonies that will go deeply into the bone. Going into classes, I was unsure of what to expect, but as we all discovered, they were more interesting and intimate than I can imagine. Even though I felt compelled to enroll, I wasn't sure if it was going to be spiritually pedantic. But I took assurance from the celebrant ethics that we would be treating every person with deep respect and our personal beliefs wouldn't enter into the picture. The teachers reflected this through all our classes, and I know for certain that I'll be able to affirm this ethical standard throughout my career. I also realized that throughout my life, I've moved in and out of states and statuses and activities that have all been stepping stones for celebrancy. I was raised a fundamentalist Christian, and although I've rejected the religious organization, I appreciate their commitment to be unafraid to speak aloud and that good news must be spread. This trait of fearlessness of presence and message could help all celebrants, not only with ceremonial delivery, but also client and public relations. As a massage therapist, I learned to listen to people and that compassion can heal a multitude of wounds. I'll especially bring that skill to my funeral celebrancy. I think the greatest lesson I've ever gotten in my 17 years on the massage table was that no matter my technique, I'm not actually doing anything. All the change comes from within the person being worked upon. My role is to provide them information through touch and trust in the client's body. So too with celebrancy. We aren't doing the work for them, but helping guide our clients through their transformations with our knowledge and presence, bringing appropriate information to add to their own intuition of the right ceremonial words for them. My final personal piece of this journey started 8 years ago when I was the co-founder of the first all-female roller derby. I know, what a ridiculous thing to do. But this dual journey and exploration of an alter ego in performance art and a crash course in business management became another deeply spiritual experience. Over the years, I began to understand the ritual inherent in our games. From the preparation to the whistleblowing, it's a practice of archetypal ideas and themes. It's similar to what we'll go through as celebrants. We practice through the ceremony through recitation, we prepare our clients for their role, we perform the ceremony, and we hope to take the attendees through an emotional arc. Separation, transition, incorporation are buzzwords. But more than that, this is the actual journey that we take every ceremony. Whether it's a game or a wedding or a funeral, we all enter in one state and leave in another. Simply beautiful. I find it appropriate that this graduation is held during spring, as this is Earth's time of renewal. Our plants are gorgeously happy and smiling. We look at our loved ones so shining in the May sunlight, and we fall back in love with love. We festoon our spaces with flowers, and we want to wear nothing but green, as a few of us have. April showers have truly brought May flowers. We are all here today to participate in this graduation, our personal ritual of blossoming. We are stepping over that liminal state of being a student into becoming a professional. We are taking the physical steps to grasp that universal symbol of our transformation, the diploma. And we're going back home later to start our business.